UNICEF World Food Program project that 33 million Nigerians will face acute hunger in 2025.
Okay, once again, a very pleasant morning to you, Abuja, wherever you're tuning from. It's a multiple award winning station. Love 145 here on the Hills of Pap in the nation's capital. Today is Thursday, and it is the second day in the month of October 2025. Welcome to the podium. The podium, is a current affairs flagship program on policy, strategy, and good governance. I am Peniel Diola. Just yesterday, Nigeria celebrated her 65th independence anniversary, and during part of the program for yesterday, was the president's broadcast at 7 a.m. Some of the things he highlighted that I will be sharing with us this morning, we'll be bringing it vis-a-vis the reactions of many Nigerians. The soundbite I just played was also the broadcast made by the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 elections, talking about Peter Obi. Others have decided to lend their voice, the likes of the Omoyele Sowore, who also did not hold back his resentment as regards to where we are as a country, and also the president's speech. According to the president, we'll just get to his the full text of his speech yesterday. And like I said, we'll be placing it side by side, the reactions coming from many Nigerians, as well as the reality on ground. The reality on ground for us as a people. The things the president outlined yesterday and the realities we face today, do they in any way synchronize? Now, we had this conversation yesterday, but then for us today, we'll be looking at it together this morning. You heard Mr. Peter Obi, who said that as at 2007, Nigeria's debt was at 2.5 trillion naira. Right? As at 2014, Nigeria was termed as the largest economy in Africa. Number one, we're ranking top in 2014. But as at 2025 today, we are number 4 in Africa. And then our debt has risen to 170 trillion naira. All of this just between 2015 and 2025. Buhari jacked it, but the rise in debt has been astronomical ever since this administration took over power in 2023. While still on his, talking about Peter Obi, still on his findings, according to him, 15 million Nigerians have been pushed into acute poverty within 2 years of Tinubu's administration. And then, where we have billions spent on what many people have referred to as very trivial issues that are of no, national importance, it does not aid to national growth or development. Talking about the construction of a new residence for the vice president, which gulped about 25 billion naira. The purchase of a yacht by the president, which gulped us about 5 billion naira. New aircraft by the president in their billions. The renovation of the Dodon barracks in Lagos State, where the president stays if he goes to Lagos, all in their billions. The car park of the National Assembly, which got us about 10 to 15 billion naira. All of these were just, and the way the money is coming, the way we call this money, is like, it doesn't just add up. Just we call it casually. These are all in billions and billions and billions and in billions and in billions. And the more we spend this money, the more we borrow. The more we spend, the more we borrow. Not too long, the president said we have reached our threshold, so we cannot borrow locally again because we've been able to generate internally revenues that can match up with our local spending. And if that's the case, we still have ASU on the sidelines. We still have NMA, Nigerian Medical Association, on the sidelines. We still have NAD on the sideline. We still have, different institutions coming up with their own, coming up with promises that have been made to them that has not been kept. But we see where we channel our energy or where we channel our resources. Then the president yesterday said, look, the days of pains are over. Now we can now get that sigh of relief because his policies are beginning to yield results. It didn't just start yesterday during his speech. He started this when he was in Brazil. He said he's been able to, nip in the bud areas through which monies are being siphoned. Therefore, in Nigeria, corruption is a forgotten issue. Now, let's come home. With everything he said yesterday and the reality on ground, do you agree with everything the president said yesterday? Or would you say that the president is far from reality? He's not in touch with the reality of Nigerians. Does that speech in any way represent the realities of Nigerians?